I just wanted to show you the new Fenty eyeshadows. I mean, I've had them for weeks. I've just never didn't get around to playing with them. But I like them because they're so tiny and they're color coordinated already. And they're called snap shadows because they actually snap at each other like this. And they lock. So you can store this in your kit even in a travel mall, like standing up. And you can label here. Another thing I like is it shows the shade colors and the name. So you can actually store them like, set it up like that and you'll know exactly which one to grab for. My favorites are 7 and 8 because look, it reminds me of the Vizier Koi palette. Isn't that cute? And this one I especially like. Just for the type of makeup I do, these are great. Okay, so even though, as I said, they're already kid friendly, I still prefer to depot them because I like all my palettes to be the same size. Because I don't use those travel mall things. I use a specific bag for my makeup and it's a micro kit. So this will get depotted. Let me put one in here before I completely run the mouth. I'll put it at 4. I don't know how much it can stand, but let's just do it that way. Another thing is, so I'm going to show you what I use. I use a Zpotter. If you don't know what that is, you need to watch the other videos. But I won't depot without this unless, if I need heat, this is what I'll use. I have a trash bin here. I have the metal stickers. Just in case, because I've never depotted these, I don't know how well they depot. And I'm starting with a palette that it's not that I'm not in love with, I actually like that a lot, but I have a lot of shadows that look like those, in case I screw it up. I always start with shades that I'm not too scared to depot. It means I have something similar, or maybe I don't like it enough. That way, that's how I'll work until I get my groove, then it goes faster. So I have a palette that's empty, that awaits all these things. And normally this is temporary. I just want a palette and then see if they fit, and if not, they're moving. But at least for now, for storage, until I choose the squares, the pens that I want in my kit, they're going in a temporary palette. I have a Scridget. This is a scraper. In case there's a lot of adhesive, I want to scrape that out. Because if I'm able to scrape the adhesive out and I'm able to magnetize this, I don't need these. Okay, because I also want to cut out this. I want to remove this and stick it in the back so they move as one. Now, this isn't flat. There's a lot of space because of these, so this isn't touching the palette, so I don't know if it's even heating up. Yeah, it's kind of heating up. Now that I felt that it seems warm, I'm gonna try and look for a gap and try to wiggle and see if it will move. If I can't get it with this, oh, this is a weeding tool from a scrapbooking store, because normally the cradles will be square or rectangular, but the pans are normally rounded in the corner, so there's always a gap. So I always use this part. See how fast that came off? Now I can just, another thing I do is I always have a paper towel. So now that I realize it doesn't take too long, I'm just gonna stack these. So normally I work faster than this because I'm not talking and explaining and showing everything. But I like to keep a paper towel, and I like to flip this and set it down, face down, because I like this to cool down. Let's see if I can remove the others as quickly and as easily. See, that's not budging. So what I try to do is I wiggle first. Like, I try to wiggle it first. And if it doesn't budge, I'll wait a little longer. Or sometimes they'll pop up like that. I see a little bit of adhesive in the back. Very tiny though. Maybe that's why they're popping off easily. And I like to arrange it in the same order as this in the beginning, in its original order. If this didn't have legs, if this palette didn't have these things, they would have been done already, because the glue isn't super thick. But because there's such a gap, it's not working as fast as I want it to. I don't know if I'm gonna do all of this on camera just because I have somewhere to be. Maybe this is an easier tool. That's why I keep, there are like 3 tools I like to use. And one is the weeding tool. This one from Z Palette. So the Zpotter and this are made by Z Palette. So that's easy. Now let me see if I can remove the back. But before I do that, let me put something else and get that started. Now let me see if I can remove that. I would use this scraper, or I actually have a bigger scraper. This is called a thumb scraper. Let's see if this works. Yep, it does. Ta-da! And I'll see if I can stick it in the back. I think it's too big. This is too big, so I'm gonna cut it. That's why I like to keep my tools near me, because I never know what I'm gonna need, especially if it's a palette that I'm encountering for the first time, like this Fenty one. I'm keeping the name just so I know it's number 1. So this one is called True Neutrals, which is their number 1 palette. So for now, I'm just gonna do this. Align as well as you can. And then just stick it for now, because I want them to move as one, right? Tequila night. I feel some stickies that I'm not a fan of, so I'll probably remove that later with Parian Spirit makeup brush cleaner and a paper towel. I can clean it off easily. So let me put that there for now. One down. Can get rid of that. But yeah, if you see, it's really not that difficult. And I realized that this tool is better. So I want to stick to this tool. Find an edge where there's a gap. Pry. That's it. Easy. I love when palettes are easily depotted. I wish everyone made palettes magnetized, like the newer Visearts, Melt Cosmetics, the bigger Natasha Denona palettes. Oh, I love those. I almost want to exclusively buy palettes like that. I kind of do actually. For myself and my kit. See how easy? Then once again, I'm gonna take this out. Scrape. I'm so glad they used like plasticky and not paper. Paper always gets ruined. It's not even funny. So this is the number 3. It's called the Deep Neutrals. I have to say, I've never been a fan of Fenty. Never. But the ones I love, I really, really love. It's not negotiable. They stay in my kit, all of my kits. And my number 1 Fenty products are the gloss bombs, lip gloss. I buy those. I buy so much of those, it's not even funny. They're so good and like universal. And everyone loves them and they smell nice and they're just gorgeous. So I keep those in all of my kits. See how easy? This makes me so happy. And this is like me talking too. So if I wasn't talking, or if I had 2 Zpotters, which I actually do now, thanks to Zpotter for sending me another one, I would actually, I realize I don't need this, I would have 2 Zpotters and work even faster. Oh, I love this so much. Thank you, Fenty, because now I have 2 Fenty stuff I like. I've never tried their shadows before, so it's not fair to say, but like I've tried everything else and I didn't hate them. I just didn't fall in love with them. But these are great. And I'll tell anyone who's like a makeup artist to buy these. It reminds me of the Huda palettes, the little ones, the Emerald Obsessions, Nude Obsessions. Those are so good, and they're already color coordinated, and they're so tiny. It doesn't take that much space in your kit. I think those are brilliant. Yes, sweetheart. Do you have an appointment? Sarah 12. What is it? Sorry, my cat likes to talk. I think he doesn't like the sound of this one because he doesn't normally talk to me. He only talks to my husband. What is it, sweetheart? His name is Sarah 12. It's what is Seroquel? I think it's an antipsychotic. All my cats are named after antidepressants. We had Xanax and Ambien. And we still have Paxil, Remeron, Zoloft, and Seroquel. Yes, sweetheart. I know, Baba. I'm busy. I'm so busy. I'm sorry if you feel like I'm yelling. It's because... Why are you yelling? It's because of the Zpotter, the sound it makes. I feel like I have to speak over it. This one is number 5 Peach. Super cute. Yeah, I'm very pleased with these products. I'm so happy. Like, finally, someone... And look how easy it is to depot. It's brilliant. So 1, 3, 5. I'll probably do 7. No, never mind. Okay, number 6. Getting there. So yeah, I mean, if you've seen one getting depotted, you've seen them all. So I don't want to bore you. So I will probably just time lapse the rest. Okay, and then if you have any questions, let me know. And I always answer DMs and texts and inquiries. I don't have other people running the social media, so I make sure that I address everything and I read everything. Okay, so hope you guys have a good day. Bye.